Hi friends, it's Vacation Bible School Week here in Granville. We have over 180 children and over 145 teen and adult volunteers. We are having a fantastic time and we're exploring our heroic calling to follow Jesus, to listen to God, to show grace, to work together, and to help others. I'm going to share some highlights with you next week in the Midweek Message, but today I want to return one more time to the first chapter of the Gospel of John, where Jesus calls his first disciples. Last week we considered doubting Nathanael. He had some questions about Jesus before he would commit to following him. When Nathanael did finally make a profession of faith, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God, you are the King of Israel," Jesus essentially says to him, "You ain't seen nothing yet." Jesus said to Nathanael, "Very truly I tell you, you will see heaven opened and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man." This is an allusion to the Old Testament account of Jacob's dream at Bethel, recorded in the 28th chapter of Genesis. Jacob left Beersheba and went toward Haran. He came to a certain place. No place in particular, evidently. No place worth mentioning, anyway. And he stayed there for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of the place, he put it under his head and lay down in that place. Now, you know you're tired when you grab a stone for a pillow. And he dreamed that there was a stairway set up on the earth, the top of it reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? And the Lord stood beside him and said, "I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your offspring, and your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south, and all of the families of the earth shall be blessed in you and in your offspring. Know that I am with you, and I will keep you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. For I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you." Then Jacob woke from his sleep and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." And he was afraid and said, "How awesome is this place!" What seemed like no special place at all, this is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. In Jacob's dream, he saw a staircase or a ladder that connected heaven and earth, with angels descending and ascending. By alluding to Jacob's dream, the gospel writer John makes the point that Jesus, the Son of Man, is the connection between heaven and earth. God came to earth in Jesus to dwell with us, to identify with our stress and struggles, and to relate with us in a very personal and unmistakable way. Jesus died, was buried in the earth, and descended to the dead, but then he rose again and ascended into heaven, so that our sin is forgiven, the barriers between God and us are removed, and we can live with him forever. Jesus is the gate of heaven. Later in John's Gospel, in chapter 10, Jesus will make it plain by saying, "I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved." Jesus is the gate between heaven and earth. Jesus is the way that God comes to us, and Jesus is the way that we come to God. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.